How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? We're going to get ready to go into today's session. I'm trying to set up something here on the TikTok side. All right, whatever. It's just going to be what it is. Good morning and welcome to another edition. This is truly a sunrise session because it's really, really early here in New York. I think we're launching this before 7 a.m. I was deep in my meditation and my guys were like, just go on now because we have a very long day ahead of us. Those of you who have been waiting for your readings, either the phone calls or the recorded readings, all of that is getting done today. So make sure you're on time for your session so we can keep everybody else's session rolling as well. Today is the 13th. Mm-mm-mm. Mondays are ruled by the moon, but the 13th, which brings us to 4th, this is the day of angelic assistance, and especially with this Mars Uranus square thing we have going on, it's a day of the crossroads, making that hard decision, doing that hard thing in order to end a chapter, whether that be a chapter in your love life, a chapter in your finances, a chapter at work. This moment, right, between Mars and Leo and Uranus, whatever, and Taurus, right, they're coming to a head because we know in astrology when we have those squares, those aspects, it's tension, it's conflict, but it's that type of tension that bottleneck that kind of forces you, pushes you to do the thing, do the scary thing. If Kelsey taught us anything over the past 44 plus days of her journey, do the scary thing. You will be so proud of yourself once you do. And some people, that scary thing is calling you. That scary thing is pulling up to your job, pulling up to your home when they know you're about to arrive because you've been ghosting somebody. Before we get into the messages, I pray that these messages find exactly who they are supposed to find, and any negative energy sent my way or sent to the way of the collective is instantly turned into peace, prosperity, and blessings. Ashe. We've been saying it over and over and over again. When they call, when they pop up, even if you want nothing to do with this person, hear them out. Close that chapter once and for all. With no hurt feelings, no animosity, no arguing. For some of you, especially when it comes to those love situations, because you know your love situations always affect your finances, right? Outside of the bippity boppity boo and people doing spell work and the karmics, let's talk about what you need to do. And the biggest thing you could do, the best thing, especially if you are calling in love, you are calling in abundance, you are calling in peace, the best thing you could do for yourself is let your heart be free. How the laws of Mayat say, lighter than a feather. Your heart has to be lighter than a feather. Hi, you guys on the YouTube side. Don't forget to like and subscribe as you're coming in, and like and subscribe if you're watching this on the replay. Tiki Talk, you already know what to do. We are in both places as usual at the same time. Feel free to share any thoughts, any feelings, any questions you're having about what comes out in the comments, and I'll get to your messages once I'm done with the channeling. But the biggest thing as we oh snap, because tomorrow we have, literally in less than 24 hours, we have the new moon in Cancer, and Cancer is all about home and emotions and the feel goods. This is why they really want you to take today, not this moment, right? Not this time, not when you get goody and ready to, but take today at some point before the clock strikes 12, Cinderella. And that's actually not 12 midnight, but 12 in the afternoon, right? In a few hours. To come up with a plan to make your heart lighter than a feather, so you can open the doors and plant the seed for all the good things that you're calling in love, that you're calling in life, to find you. For some of you, and we got this message yesterday, the late night messages seem to be from one person actually. Somebody who you are in separation with, they're coming back. they're realizing that all of the shows, all of the theatrics I'm hearing and seeing, all of the crazy things that they did, none of that was worth it because it never changed them loving you. It didn't ease the pain. I'm hearing, how can I ease the pain? When I know you're coming back again. Uh-huh. What is that? Lisa Fisher? Come through. This is definitely for somebody in particular. You've got them not only feeling their feelings and realizing that they need to change and become a better person, but this person, since they last tried to reach out to you, they've been listening to old school love songs. They've been asking for advice. They are literally beside themselves over the loss of you, over the fact that, I mean, kudos to you for standing on business. It feels like that was exactly what was needed to get this person to wake up and snap out of that thing that kept their eyes covered, that thing that prevented them from doing right by you. Don't forget, we still have Neptune in retrograde, and Neptune is doing exactly that, removing the cover, removing the veil, removing the rose colored glasses so that everyone, whether you're into the woo woo or not, see things clearly. We have a grand trine that usually happens, they're saying once in a generation, right? I think on Friday. It's in the Patreon. But by the time that trine gets here, a lot of things around twin flame unions, soulmate unions, like true twin flame unions, not this dibby dibby garbage that people be talking about as twin flame unions. The true twin flame unions are coming together, true divine soulmates, people that have a purpose beyond just loving one another, coming together. Holy Spirit, what else does a collective need to know on this Monday? And I know you guys are, because I could see through the bottom of my eyes, you guys are leaving comments, right? I will definitely get to them. Holy Spirit, what does the collective needs to know? As I take a quick glance down, of course, to see collabs here with us early in the morning. Hello and good morning. How are you, my dear? What else does the collective need to know on this Monday? Yeah, I'm remembering these cards didn't want to shuffle the other day. Let's get a tarot message. What the collective needs to know. And if you'd like a personal reading, personal sessions are available. You wouldn't really be able to get the same day reading today, but it will be done tomorrow. Holy, oh, okay, I guess that one's for me because it slid and tapped my thigh. And then we're gonna do the collective message, and then we're gonna get into the messages for the signs. Holy Spirit, what is the vibe on this Monday? What is this Mars and Uranus? What else do we need to know about the square going on? Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know about this square in Uranus between Mars? Ooh, uh-huh. Remember how Spirit said last week, doing good and looking better? Ow. That's another motivation for this person because they don't want to miss that. Some of them, they were really playing to see if you were going to fall for their games. They never, I'm seeing Martin and Gina, they never wanted you to walk away. They never thought that you would take them this seriously. Like whatever they did, they didn't think that you would go this far. I had to take a sip of my tea. What are you guys drinking in the morning or in the afternoon? Holy Spirit, y'all see when they fall to the fire. We're going to start right there because that seems to be a strong message. So we're going to get to the collective and then we'll get to the messages for each sign, which could be for your sign or your person sign, right? Sun, moon, and or rising. I pray that everybody that is present and everybody that watches this on the replay walks away with something that brings them peace and clarity and comfort when it comes to their situation. I almost said session. Some of you do need to get a personal session. You need to do a personal, some of you need to do a reading and a cleanse, if not with me, with your fave, right? especially to coincide with the new moon, because the new moon is going to start a cycle, right? And we're almost at the Lionsgate portal, guys. That portal is about to open up, and the angels want you to be ready, 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 in the optimal position to receive all of the blessings, all of the good things, all of the wish fulfillment that you've been calling in, starting with the one that wanted to go in the fire. Mars and Leo, well, first, Aries is ruled by Mars, so that's already fire energy, and it's in Leo, so that's more fire energy. There's this push. People will be, I don't want to say forced because we have free will, but people are genuinely being forced to do the right thing, especially if they're born on the 13th or the 4th. We're going to call that your root number. There's a lot of different numbers, there's a lot of different names for your birth date, not the full date, your birth day, the actual day that you were born, right? So if you were born on the 4th, right, or the 13th, or the 22nd, right, all the numbers that add that break down to 4, and today is a 4 day. And today is the 13th, heavily, heavily accentuating the fact that folks are at the crossroads. Everything that's happening is leading you to the highest version of yourself, and that includes your person. Even if they're not the least bit spiritually aware, they have this feeling, this sensation, this thing that's driving them, because that's what Aries does. It drives us to do the right thing one way or another. But Taurus, right, who already wants to do its own thing, which lives in its own world. So Uranus, the planet of rebellion, being in Taurus, like they don't like rules, they don't like structure. But sometimes you gotta color within the lines in order to achieve a means. If you haven't gotten that Hey Boo text, if you haven't gotten that I was thinking about you, if you haven't seen somebody pulling up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., blasting love songs, hoping to wake you up and let them in, it's gonna happen. And it's gonna happen between now and the 22nd. There's no more holding back. The energy of today is like that kinetic energy when you snap a twig, and you know how hard it is. Well, it's a bit of a challenge to snap the twig, and it's hard, 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 and then it pops and all that energy goes forward. This is about to happen in a lot of your relationships where you're going to see a sudden change happen, especially those of you who are considering careers in social media. Wow, Jupiter is in Leo. Go for it. Don't worry about who's doing what. Just know that you've been called to do something, and that's for someone specifically that's watching the live now. New opportunities, new careers, successful business. For those of you who are brave enough to do the scary thing, for those of you who are courageous enough to fully trust your no, not trust your ego, trust your intuition. Ego wanted to come out because some of you are still moving from mind rather than moving from your intuition and your heart. Stop it. Your person's being led to stop it. You need to as well. And I didn't even realize that this card fell out face up. I didn't even realize that they came out together. Oh, goodness. Family, blood ties in a circle. Hmm. Hmm. For those of you in separation that we heard yesterday, one of the parting words Spirit wrote was, you are their peace, you are their home, you are their family. Somebody is going to hear before the 22nd, I just want my family back. Yeah, I know I did this, I know I did that, and we did this, and we did. Can we just leave that all in the past? Can we start a new chapter? All signs are pointing that this new moon in Cancer and everything that follows before the Lionsgate portal begins, all signs point to the collective letting go of the past once and for all. Going back to today, being at that crossroads, right? Being forced to pick a side, being forced to change, being forced to release that heavy thing, do the scary thing in order to walk into that peace, to that wish fulfillment, to that stability, because family could also mean stability. Next, we have the Page of Pentacles, new opportunities. Going back to that snap, right? That sudden change, that sudden shift, things suddenly falling into place. That's projected to happen in every area of your life, but you have to be brave enough to allow it. It's coming. That stability is coming. Going back to what are you dreaming? What are you wishing for? What are you hoping for? This is the energy of rags to riches. Having nothing today, literally on the 13th, and having it all on the 14th. You would be surprised just how quickly your life can change once you double down on your faith, once you double down on what you truly believe in. And when it comes to the masculine in your life, the person you have been like, yeah, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't care what they have to say. Soften your heart just a little bit. We're not saying go run off into the sunset. We're not saying accept them back into your life blindly either. The biggest thing, hear them out. As long as they're coming respectfully. And we heard last week that a lot of them will be coming bearing gifts. A lot of them will be coming with more action than words. Hold space for that to happen. Let them show you whether or not they truly miss you. Let them show you whether or not they truly want to fix things, because the way these planets are aligned, the way the cosmos are conspiring to bring true soulmates, true divine partners together, you're either going to get back together or you're not. And that's going to be seen very, very quickly, very, very shortly. Next, we have not for you. Speaking about things being seen very clearly. This week, there should be no more confusion about, are they coming? Are they coming back? Real talk, for those of you who have been shy about getting sessions, let me save you a couple of dollars by having you answer this question for yourself. Not for me, not for the collective, but for yourself. Are you truly wanting to know if so and so is coming back? Or are you looking for more reasons for you to just stay and wait? Some of you are hoping for somebody to come back that you had no business dealing with in the beginning. That person was definitely a life lesson. That person was definitely not for you. But for some reason, you're still stuck. And you know what? We've all been there. I think so, in some shape, form, or fashion. You know what you have to do. And if you don't, before 12 o'clock hits, you're going to make that hard decision. Before this afternoon gets here, or within the next 5 hours or so, you're going to have that epiphany. You're going to have that moment of clarity. You're going to come into some understanding, because I declare and decree it. When the angels and the guides are around and they say a word, it's not just for the collective as a collective message. No, they're speaking directly to you. They're opening up the channel for you to receive your personal downloads. This is why there's been this push for you to really spend time between you and the universe, between you and the Most High, to deepen that connection, so when they give you those downloads, you can fully receive them. And if you struggle with that, this is one of the things that we work on with the spiritual mentorship. Whatever you're being called to let go of, or whatever heavy load you're being called to set down, release it, so you can hold space for the beautiful things that are about to manifest. The divine is stepping in, right, with this 7, which is the number of the divine, the number of completion. Whatever you wish for, whatever you've been daydreaming about, your hopes and dreams, start walking away. Start walking away from what doesn't serve you, knowing that it is done. That wish has already manifested into your reality. This is crossing, so we're going to leave it like this. Clarifying, time to go. And what are you walking into? Masculine energy. I just heard walking straight into your happily ever after. I want to run to you, because if I run to you, tell me, will you stay or will you run? That's a Whitney Houston song. Is that from The Bodyguard? Healers need protectors. hmm and protectors need healers. Mhm. This week is giving the rise of the wounded masculine finally tending to his wounds. All this time, when they were taught to be strong and ferocious and this and that, realizing that a lot of the lies they were told and how they were supposed to be, how they were supposed to show up, was just that, lies. There's definitely, some of you have someone, whether they're masculine or feminine, that wants nothing more than to run to you, that wants to be that provider, that wants to be that bodyguard. They want to guard your body. But not in just that sense, but in all areas. They want to be the one you lean on. They want to be your lover, your friend, your confidant, your bestie. You mean the world to them. Taurus energy, 45, yeah, that's a 9. 9, cycles ending. Free your heart and forgive who you need to forgive so that the doors of love can open up for you in a beautiful, beautiful way. This masculine is looking to invest in you long term, but you have to decide whether or not, with this distant journey, ending this cycle for good with this 36, which is also 9, you got to decide on whether you're willing and able to forgive this person for how life showed up, how they showed up for you in the past, what they did in the past. And we heard last week that they're not the same person anymore. We're going to leave this because it's crossing. Lastly, we have, before we get into the messages for the signs, a change in the wind, confirming heavy on the masculine energy, heavy on being born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd of any month, especially April or December. This is somebody that's done the work, right? And you're not hearing it, but it's blocked. Soften your heart. The Spirit's going to say this one more time. Soften your heart, and in the very least, hear this person out and give both of you the opportunity, right? Don't rob them of the opportunity to close this chapter for good. The whole universe is conspiring with this community card for you guys to get back together, for true lovers to find one another. So it's either going to be with the person you're thinking of or somebody else, but you have to lighten up your heart. You have to release the hurt, the pain of that relationship and any other relationship where love has failed you. Sagittarius energy with the 8 of Wands. Nothing is going to shift, because when we see cards coming out crossing, it speaks to delays, and it speaks usually to man-made delays, right? Man-made delays, us in our ego, in our frustration, in our anger, which is all valid, by the way, right? But it's really us standing in our own way and preventing a new opportunity, a new day, a new thing from happening because we're still caught up in our feelings. Let it go. Vent sessions are available for you to talk it out, scream it out, do whatever you need to release the heaviness of the past, because your future is looking very bright, but you gotta let it. You gotta let it. Some of you have to pick your head up. Some of you have totally, you know what, I'm not gonna deal with love. I don't know, it's scary out there. You have all these reasons, and you have valid reasons. But everything happens in partnership, right? Just like the sun has the moon, right? Bees have the flowers, right? We have each other, and we're all just soulmates guiding one another home, including you and I. Yeah, we are, right? We've done this before in another lifetime, just like you and your person have done this before in another lifetime. This is the same person that's been coming up in the readings, that know that their happiness, their wealth, their peace of mind, everything is tied to you because they are supposed to be your protector. They were probably the soldier that was assigned on your duty when you were part of the royal court in Egypt. This is as far back as it goes, and it goes back even further than that. There was always this dynamic. You were probably a sage, right? And they were a warrior sent to protect you, right? So the king will always have you by their side to give them good, I don't know, guidance and counsel, right? You got to protect the sage, got to protect, right, the money, because the sage, right, long time ago, right, and still today, for people who know, right, the wise woman, right, the oracle, the mystic, was always seated at the right hand of the king, the queen, the ruler, to give them guidance, to give them information so they know how to move in a room full of vultures. You know how the song goes, right? The mystic was once upon a time the most protected feminine energy, even more protected than the queen in some spaces, because of her ability to give guidance and healing and nourishment and help guide the king, right, into battle in a way that victory was assured. We are returning to that era, that age of the wise women. And of course, the powers that be don't want that to happen. Hence why the wise one, the wise woman, needs to be protected. And those of you who are in that position, stop walking around like it. Like, if you know you have a higher spiritual calling, it's time to start showing up as a person that has that higher spiritual calling. Holy Spirit, and we got the angel messages, right? Because on Friday, Big Daddy Michael was so heavy. So we're pulling these out today for the messages for each sign, right? It could be for your sun, moon, and or rising. Like with all messages, take what resonates and leave the rest. And we're going to get your angel number for today. What does the collective need to know? We got this all shuffled. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for spending this part of your day, your afternoon, right? Whatever time that you're seeing this with Spirit, me, and the Soul Tribe. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know? What is their angel number for this Monday, for this week? Leos and Taurus placements, right? It's going to be a challenging day for you. Do the scary thing, do the hard thing, because it's leading you to your happily ever after, to your peace, to your wish fulfillment, to an answered prayer. Starting with Cancer. Happy birthday, Cancer. With the Hermit 9. Nines have been coming out a lot today, right? Cycles ending, and we know that cycles need to end before new cycles can begin. Of course, with the new moon in your sign, you might be in your feelings, especially if you are a Cancer moon. You're definitely in your feelings a little bit more than usual. Good. That's where you're supposed to be. Stay there, receive the downloads, do your prayers, do your meditation. Spend quiet time in meditation to receive the downloads you need to know in order to take that next step forward. What seeds needs to be planted at this time to help you along your journey? Cancer, your angel number is 8800. Sincere prayer. Listen, pay attention, protect health, persevere. A message from your mysterious creator speaking about making time to connect with Source, to connect with the Most High, representing the upcoming endings are part of your overall divine plan. They are responses to your prayers in harmony with the will of God. Ask God to help ease any fears or concerns that arise from these pending changes. And I keep hearing that song. I'm going to put it in my stories. How can I ease the pain? Some of you, regardless of your sign, that are on like you're in between, wanting to take this person back, wanting to hear them out, wanting to hold space for them, and absolutely not. Put it out there why, right? Journal about it, pray about it, go talk to a tree about it, come talk to me about it. Put it out there. Because a part of the song says, if it's not love you're coming back for, then why are you bothering me? Essentially, put it out there. If you know you have so and so you don't want to come back, make a password with the Most High. If I'm supposed to take so and so back, if Edda's talking to me right now, let me see a pink flamingo. Right? Say it in your heart though. Right? Let me see a heart. Right? If this person is sincere and is not coming to put me through another cycle of the cycles that we have already been through, if they really want something with me, give me a sign. Some of you might look for that pink flamingo, right? Or let me see a yellow car that's not a school bus. Or you might simply say, they're going to do XYZ, and that will be my sign from you, the Creator, God, the Most High, the universe, that this person means business this time. But when you put out that decree, don't say it with your words, right? Say it in your heart, right? Or write it down in your journal, and you wait. So if the person does everything else but that thing you asked of God, then you already know what to do. Leo, how you holding up, Leo? Right? With Jupiter in Leo, Mars now in Leo, and the square, how you feeling? With the Five of Fire, competing goals, the Five of Wands, right? Conflict, many things going on at once, and it feels like you have some heavy decisions that needs to be made. As we were told earlier, do the difficult thing. Your angel number for this week is 7788. Good change. I like how 88 is coming out. Nods to the Lionsgate portal that's about to open up for the collective next week. And it peaks on 88, the most transformational, the longest portal, and the most transformational portal of the year. Yeah, these difficulties that are coming up, these hard decisions that need to be made are in preparation of that, are in preparation of you receiving wish fulfillment. Do you feel that some parts of your life, such as a job or a relationship, are coming to an end? Good, because they're supposed to. This confirms that your feeling is correct. The end means a major positive change in this situation. This sequence of numbers heralds good news, an upcoming positive change, especially with the Lionsgate portal about to bless the collective. Please persevere because your life will become easier, a lot easier. Virgo, sun, moon, and or rising with the 10 of earth, which is the 10 of pentacles, that very happy family life, having it all, not the dream of having that family life, because that's the 10 of cups, but actually having that stability, especially the April Taurus and the people born on the 4th, 13th, or the 22nd of any given month. Yeah, this new moon in Cancer, and we're going to do an official new moon reading tomorrow, but it feels like that stability, Virgo, that you've been dreaming of, hoping for, wishing for, is coming in. Your angel number is reset, right? A return, but this is really a reset, right? The slate has been made clean. The board has been made clear for you to start anew, for you to have that positive change. Perfection end and endings lead to beginnings. Powerful and being brave to do that scary thing. A reminder that you are one with the Most High. You know the parabel? That's not coming out right. Y'all know I lose my English sometime. In the Gospel of Mark, we'll go there. Because that word does not want to come out at all, about the fruit and the vine and how the fruit must be connected to the vine in order to flourish. A reminder that you are one with God. You are one with the vine. While feeling the love of the Creator in your heart, it is also a sign that a situation has completed a full cycle for another situation, a better situation, to come in and take its place. Libra, sun, moon, and or rising with the 5 of air, being in your ego, being cautioned against making an unwise choice based on your ego. Granted, you are frustrated. Granted, you have your list of reasons, which are valid. But don't let your ego hold you hostage from the beautiful blessings that are coming. Whatever difficult moment you're going through, however Life is showing up for you now. It does get better, a lot better. Trust your intuition, dearest Libra, and where it's guiding you. Your angel number for this week is 7700. Stay kind and have good results. Get out of your head, Libra. Persevere, affirm, beauty, guard, change, abundance. This is a direct affirmation from God, giving you high praise for the spiritual, mental, and physical work you are already engaged in. The path you are on now is helping yourself and others, especially if you have teenage children, because they're watching you and how you handle situations to learn how they should handle situations. God is asking you to continue this outstanding work. Scorpio, sun, moon, and or rising with the Queen of Earth, the Queen of Pentacles, one of my favorite energies because she is the epitome of I do not chase, I attract. What are you attracting? Scorpio and others. Based on your current frequency, what are you attracting? Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Somebody born on July 18th, be careful this week. Do not do too much as we get closer to your birthday. You might want to settle down some because there's too much dark energy around you that will lead you to cry tears and your family to cry tears if you don't stop whatever you're doing and just go sit down somewhere. That message is for somebody in specific because they just cut straight through Scorpio's message. Because you know what Scorpio hmm rules over the eighth house. And if you know what the eighth house is, you'd be quick to go sit down somewhere and stop. 4477 is your, what do I feel like this is too? Is your angel number, dearest Scorpio. Waiting for a surprise, guardianship, insistence on moving upward, abundance, and awakening. The angels congratulate you too. They are saying, well done. You will be fine. Keep your mind focused. You will have significant and positive effects, especially if you really lean into the energy of the new moon, lean into the energy of the cosmic happenings, especially that grand trine, and use this moment to say, this is what I want. This is what I want compensation for. And I expect nothing less. You could give me more, but this is my minimum. This is the bare minimum, right? And watch how quickly the universe, the Most High, shows you. How many of you wake up every morning and say this? Show me how good it can get. And then be open to the possibilities because they will show you and they will show you very quickly. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and or Rising with the release card. The end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. Highlighting today's energy again with this Mars Uranus square, the tension, the conflict, the juggling, the making the hard decision, to doing the scary thing. Gracefully end the chapter, all the chapters you've been called to end, and then move on. Do the grieving, do what you need to do to make sure you're good, to make sure you're okay, and then move on. Your angel number is 3344. Move forward beautifully. Oh, that's weird. Spiritual awakening, guardianship, abundance. There are many assists around you now. The angels are all here to assist you, guide you, and love you. Reach out to accept their assistance because the angels, while they are around, and they can step in on a certain level until we actually say, "Hey, Michael, I need help with this. Hey, Raphael. Hey, Azriel. Hey, Sadkiel, I need help with this." They can't help, right? That hard situation, Sagittarius. You could also benefit from saying, you know what, so and so is in my energy because you've been dreaming about this person. You've been seeing their face everywhere. You've been seeing their birthday. Their birthday probably already came out in this message. Make that password with the Most High. If so and so is for me, this is how they're going to show up. right? And you might give options. They're either going to do A, B, or C. If they don't do any of these things, then I know they're not for me. But make that between you and the Most High by keeping that prayer in your heart or in your journal. And or in your journal. Capricorn, sun, moon, and or rising with the page of water, you definitely has somebody coming in to wonder. They're wondering because I'm seeing Justin Bieber. Is it too late to say they're sorry? And this is not someone who is going to just say the words, Capricorn. They're going to come with some action. A new person enters your life, but this, for some of you, with the energy that's coming out, is it can be a brand new, never met them before person, but it also could be your old person showing up in a new way. Sometimes when you hear in other readings that a new person is showing up, it's your old person that's showing up in a new way. So treat them as their new version, not the old version of themselves. And I like how this blue kind of matches the blue of the candle. You'll be able to see it in the replay because my logo is covering the candle. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities, especially for those of you who take the time to meditate, to really ground and meditate this week. Your angel number, Sirius Capricorn, 2244, smooth sailing, right help, right? Right? Especially when it comes to discerning who you should let in and on what terms. Perseverance and abundance. The work that you've been working is working, dearest Capricorn, not just in love, but in every area of your life. It feels like you are in a season where you are wrapping up the last tidbits of things that needed to end, the last chapters that needed to close before you can walk into that season of abundance, that season of prosperity, that season of wish fulfillment on every single level. As stated in the spiritual book, A Course in Miracles, which is an amazing book to read, by the way, the angels nourish your new life purpose. This is a sign representing that when you make the desired transformation, you have assistance from heaven, the universe, and at this time, you especially need to know that you are not alone. The sequence of the numbers 2 and 4 is a signal from your angels telling you that they are now closely cooperating with you. So, dearest Capricorn, especially my Capri sons, what do you want? Go tell it on a mountain, right? Or on a hill. Aquarius, sun, moon, and or rising. Speaking about Big Daddy Michael, here he is coming through to say hello to not just Aquarius, but to us all. That a change is not gonna come. The change has already began. Things are already shifting, and it's shifting in the favor of those that have been doing the work, in the favor of those who have stand in faith, in the favor of those who their legs may have trembled. They may have shed a tear or two or three. Hell, they might have even lost it all. It's about to get a lot better very, very quickly. A time of positive change, a situation, hello, suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. This is big, 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 not only Mikey energy, but Leo and Jupiter energy. Leo and Jupiter is fast, is fiery. It wants to bring the thing, right? It wants to have you as the top. It wants to have you with wish fulfillment. It wants to see you smiling like a kid on Christmas Day or their birthday, right? Your angel number, dearest Aquarius, is 1155. Self reflection, change, confidence, and clarity. Your thoughts create changes in your life. Keep directing your thoughts towards what you want. Stop ruminating, stop overthinking about the things you don't want or what has ended. If you see that the coming change is not what you want, you can stop it or change it by changing your thoughts. You shift your thoughts, you shift your reality. You change your thoughts, you change your reality, and it almost happens instantly. Cyber Cybernetics? No, that's not it. I'll find the name of the book because I can see the cover, can't make out the name completely. Psych. I'll think of it. And then I'll post it either in my stories or my billboard, right? Pisces, sun, moon, and or rising. The Six of Earth, balance being restored, but gifts of money and time. Those of you who are dealing with a Pisces, if they're not coming, putting their money where their mouth is, investing with you, I'm not talking about taking you um, on a shopping spree at the Americana Mall. If you're from New York, you know, right? We're not talking about that, but investing their time, investing their energy, investing their emotions, like investing in you on every level, then yeah, leave them where they stand. If they're not willing to do the hard thing, if they're not willing to fully cut off and detach from the life that they're being called to walk away from, then yeah, leave them in the past. Pisces, you have a great fortune that is, it feels like it's on the, like, it's just within reach, like it's almost there. It's about to be deposited in your account. It's about to be deposited in your field of awareness. It just requires you to do the scary thing. And then that balance that has been missing will be restored. And as we've been hearing, because of all the cosmic energy, it's going to happen quickly. Once you say that yes, the universe will respond with many yeses. New career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debts. Don't forget to share the wealth. Your angel number, dearest Pisces, is 3366. God helps good people. And if you are part of my soul tribe, you are certified by Etta and all, right? Good people. Beautiful satisfaction, protection, focus, kindness. Your angels are helping you to manifest the materials needed to fulfill your divine life mission, the resources for you to be able to do what you came on earth to do. Because you can't do it without resources, right? And they're also working to restore the balance that was recently lost. Whether it's tuition fees or channels for teaching or therapeutic work, the angels are assisting in bringing it to you, like this fairy over here, right? They want you to know that you deserve this help. For those of you who are stubborn about receiving help, stop it, right? Which will enable you to give more to others, right? Some of you are starting your journey of philanthropy before 2026 ends, and I love that for you. Aries, right? With Mars clashing with Uranus, right? Balance. And speaking about Zadkiel, he's a good angel to work with, by the way, for those of you calling in wealth and abundance. We know about St. Jude, we know about St. Expedite. And if you don't know, just message me. We could go through simple, um, I don't want to call them rituals, but you know, right? Things you could do, petitions you can make to bring that in. Aries, the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. When it comes to that challenging conversation that's been on your mind, wait for perfect timing and do not be afraid to poke the bear. Because in poking, you'll find the truth that you're looking for. It doesn't feel like somebody is going out of their way to hide something from you. It feels like it's more shame that they're not sharing something with you. So if you don't ask, they won't say. But if you do ask, be prepared to get a lot unloaded onto you. Your angel number is 1144. May all your wishes come true. Prayer, maintenance, calm. Those are your keywords. The angels suggest that you look at your thoughts now. They suggest that you make a wish now, right now, 7:31 as we are on the live, right? Or whenever you're watching this, because you are at the entrance that can make your thoughts come true at the moment. Ask the angels for what you need most, especially when it comes to wealth, right? Zadkiel, or defending you in battle, Michael, right? Or for the power to have that clear conversation, Archangel Gabriel. Restoring health, Raphael. Taurus, sun, moon, and or rising with the six of air. Things are looking up, and I heard the song from the Jeffersons. We're moving on up, right, to the deluxe apartment in the sky. Some of you Taurus placements, or your person, I almost said person husband, or your soon to be husband, right, or wife, wants to move you, they want to move in together. Not just like, oh, you come to my place or I move into your place. No, they want to get a brand new place and lay down a brand new foundation. And it feels very Taurus, very luxurious, very prosperous, very you want for nothing. If you're brave enough to leave the heavy feelings behind, leave the heavy past behind. Whether or not it's with this person, things are looking up for you regardless. You are at the end, the very tippy end of a difficult situation. Take that trip, right? Especially if it's to a country starting with A. Take the trip, do the thing. Don't be afraid because you have guides and they will be with you. There's much to be learned on that trip about love, life, and yourself. Your angel number, dearest Taurus, for this week is 67. 67. Keep your form, especially when moving forward, right? You already know the hardest part is behind you, so stop looking that way. Look forward to the beautiful things that are coming. Your thoughts and work in the material world are right on target, and you have successfully balanced your thoughts and activities and taken care of your body. It feels like you have definitely went to the doctor, got the checkup, did the things. So when these blessings fully come in, you can fully embrace them and celebrate them, mind, body, and soul. Keep it up. Well done. Last but not least, Gemini. How you hanging in there, Gemini? Eight of fire, eight of wands. Events moving at a fast pace. Ow. What is that, John Cena? You can't see me. You can't see me. Somebody wrote in the comments, I think it was Foodie, that they were looking for her in the daylight with a flashlight and still couldn't find her. That's your energy, Gemini. Them folks that were throwing daggers, that were throwing swords, you are energetically out of their reach. Now the things that you've been calling in, your prayers, your changes, your shifts, all of that is going to move at a very, very fast speed. Delayed messages, especially about plans you've made, things you've been waiting to hear back from that seem to get stuck in the wind. Oh, you're going to hear about them. And you're going to have forward direction, and the plans on how to move forward will be given to you, right? A lot of things are going to happen at the same time. So make sure you pace yourself, drink your water, stay hydrated. These shifts are going to happen at a very quick speed. Your angel number is 2266. Unexpected surprises. And it says surprise, but they said is, right? With an S. Surprises. Many, 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 many things not only happening at once, but Spirit is sprinkling in a few surprises as compensation for keeping your chin up during the darkest storms. Improvement, perfection, and my favorite word, abundance. There will be new purchases or additions coming to you, right? Because you're going to have the resources, you're going to have the ability, and you're going to need them for where you're going, for what's happening next in this next chapter of your life. So let's go over to the YouTube side because I have the YouTube camera here and the TikTok camera here, right? My two phones going at the same time, and I like to just go from left to right. I don't know. Well, did you just say Antigua? Because that's exactly what I was thinking of, bass clef. Go. Go. Have fun. Go get in the water. Let your hands play in the sand. And when you're playing in the sand with your toes in the water, say what you want. Right? You don't have to say it out loud. Say it in your heart. Say it in your heart. Right? Jesus. Send me pics. Decent pics, but send me pics. If you want to share, I hope you want to share. Right? Antigua is beautiful. Jesus. I was coming to specifically say that. You beat me to it, bass clef. You owe me pictures. When are you going? Hi, Miss Nicole. How are you? How are you? How are you? Psycho Cybernetics. Thank you, Boogie Woogie Woogie. Later this afternoon, it's you and I, right? You and I. Yes, I was told that conversation bass clef should go well. J Max, happy Monday indeed. Miss Nicole, you are so says to me, Delene, what kind of coffee you like to drink? Do you like your coffee like just straight black, or do you like the French vanilla and the mocha, or is it a mix of things? Will I pass my anesthesia exam? That is, Amen. It's spelled Aimann. So I'm going to say hey. It doesn't feel like you've studied enough. You don't have a good, energetically speaking, right? A good hold of core concepts. Part of it is due to the overwhelming nature of the material. Part of it is due to your own nervousness. Your guides want you to calm down, review the material, and before the day of the exam that night, make sure you get a good night's rest and put the material under your pillow. Before you go to sleep, tap your pillow 3 times and say, I know all of this. I know everything I need to know to pass this exam. And you have to sit with that knowingness. And then the chances of you passing the exam greatly increase. The energy you are in now, mm-mm. Well, hello, Rob. So demanding first thing on a Monday morning. Stop it. Antigua has the best water, 365 beaches. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Annabelle's making her mocha. I'm going to have mocha later on. Mocha happens to be actually my favorite. Right now, I'm drinking tea. I like to start with a warm tea because so often when I do these lives, my voice just goes. The messages got cut off. So if you wrote anything before Divine High Priestess like the live, I don't see it. Hi, Gina. Hi, Lex Triple A. Thank you for joining us early in the morning. Hi, the lady with the unicorn and the flags, one of them being Haiti. You Collabs, I saw you earlier. You grabbed my attention. Who else is here? Who else is here? Who else is here? Now I want to go to Antigua. I gotta check to see when my passport expires. Think any questions as I'm looking through who's here. Good morning to everybody. Mind over matter. Hello. Hi, so happy Monday indeed. Thank you guys for the new follows. Skeleton Creations, how you doing, my love? I was thinking about you before hitting go live. Any updates? You can share via text message. Midlight Purple. Ew. Miss Baby Doll, I'm glad you were able to join us. Gina. And Isel, I seen you twice. All right, I think I got everything, everyone. All right. You've been there 4 times. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going to try to go before the summer's over. If not, go for the fall. Thank you. So I'll take that as my cue. The site redesign we started in March is finally done. This is the final logo. I am not changing it again. It took me a long time to get to this. It's going to be on all of the packaging. This is why the bottles are getting updated. All the labeling is getting updated. If you ordered anything ordered before the 25th will probably have the old labels, but everything after the 25th is going to have the new labels. So everything matches from the email to the website to the packaging. So, everybody realizes it's one brand. Go after Hurricane bet after November. Oh, that is on the list officially. Officially. Thank you, Miss Nicole. How you feeling, Miss Nicole? Hi, Brooklet. And how are you doing, Red? Adding that to my places to travel. Yay, boogie. All packages have been shipped. except for a few that are going out today. You should have gotten your tracking number. If not, I'll send you a screenshot of your tracking number. All readings have been scheduled. If you have a recorded reading, it's already been sent out. Today it's really the phone sessions that I have back to back. So if you text me or you email me or you DM me and I don't get back to you, it's because, you know, you know how this goes. If you have any questions, don't let that stop you from reaching out because I will eventually respond to your question. I pray. I can't wait for that voice note. I pray. It's Monday. I pray you have an amazing Monday that's filled with peace, blessing, prosperity, protection, and little things that make your heart smile and bring you joy. I also pray for clarity through this challenging time so you can fully walk through this new moon we're about to have tomorrow morning in Cancer, emotionally solid and with the plan to manifest only the best things during the Lionsgate portal. Stay blessed.